I am Elisa De Ranieri from Nature Nanotechnology, and I'm here today I'm here to the conference to see what are the new developments in graphene so that we can keep up to date with the field as it moves along and hopefully represent the field on the pages of our journal.
Hi, I'm Andrea Tironi from Nature Materials, also part of Nature Publishing Group. I'm here for the same reason as Elisa, to find out more about what's going on in the Graphene flagship, meet scientists who are actively working in the field, and hopefully explain what Nature Materials are about.
What's the difference between Nature Materials and Nature Nanotechnology?
I think we have slightly different scopes from a point of view of our Nature Materials tend to be focused more on materials, as the name implies, so we're not necessarily as interested in technological applications. That's not to say we dislike them, but often we find that authors feel at home in certain journals rather than others, and people that come to Nature Materials tend to be interested in talking about intrinsic properties of materials as opposed to some fundamental nanotechnological device.
I'm Luke Fleet, I'm from Nature Physics, and again I'm here for the same reasons as Elisa and Andrea, and also just to get more of a feel of the rich physics for 2D materials and graphene. It's rapidly developing and changing, and this is one of the very few communities where you have sort of real-world applications going alongside with the actual physics developments, so it's very interesting in that respect.
There will be a session with you guys. What will you be talking about?
Just discussing our place in the publishing landscape for graphene. There are lots of different journals which have different scope, different audiences. So we just want to discuss why you would like to publish in Nature Physics or maybe Nature Nanotechnology, or why you choose maybe PRL, etc.
How hard is it to be published in Nature?
I mean, obviously we have a specific audience. You have to do some research that goes beyond your specific sort of group of people, so you have to have something which is important not just for your community, but also something that can be understood and appreciated by a wider audience. And that's where the Nature journals are a little bit unique in the fact that we have such broad readerships. And obviously the Nature journal itself has a very, very broad readership, so you have to do something which is significant, but something which can also be understood and appreciated by people from all aspects of science.
Finally, one question each. What's the most interesting you have experienced at this conference so far?
For me, personally, it's the heterostructures. So the physics of the 2D heterostructures is so new, and there's lots of degrees of freedoms. It's a very exciting area.
How about you?
For me, it's actually seeing how many applications seem to be on the way to doing something useful. As Luke said, graphene is quite unique, and it seems from spanning all these areas, from very fundamental research to extremely applied. And I think hearing people from all sorts of different applied physics backgrounds and even technological, there was a company called Graphene here who I thought gave a very interesting talk on their role in fabricating graphene, and well, they seem to be doing very well. That was very interesting.
Yeah, I will second Andrea. I think Graphene was, for me, the highlight so far. It's been really interesting to see how close we are, or not, to commercialization. So I think that's where the interesting developments will be.